Eagles are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens
giving out 18 today.
Tennessee Titans.
Free copy of Madden.
This will be taken short.
And the teams like the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Giants. The Lions? The Lions. So, first things first. Gywu, you may have to take over for like a minute or two.
Well, where you going? I'm in a game.
Well, I have to run outside real fast on my car.
Line of scrimmage, the
Oh, your car you get told? You paid your tickets?
No, I still owe one ticket. I get speeding tickets left and right. I need to stop.
I told you to get a radar detector, man.
That's complete to the Memphis.
I know I gotta get one, but I'll give me like
the game's
literally
first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the play.
So what's y'all take on this? As far as DeAndre Baker, y'all think that the Giants are going to release him? Do he still play for the Giants?
You know what else you're looking for? Yeah, he was a first-round pick last year. He was one of the top young corners coming out last year.
Yeah.
What's good, man? Yeah. I think both players are gonna be in the league just because. Nah, this is DeAndre's second year, so I doubt that. I don't think they give us.
You don't think they're gonna give up on him yet?
Yeah, and Quentin Dunbar, he actually is in the right location for that because the Seahawks always been risk takers. They don't care if you got a wife beater. They don't care if the Seahawks are willing to take you for like anything. Like. Prime example, before the Cowboys landed Greg Hardy, they was trying to land Greg Hardy. And then even after the Greg Hardy situation happened where he beat his wife and then went to UFC, the Seahawks are still trying to inquire about him. So I feel like they still both might be in the league.
So you're saying the Seahawks is one of those teams that don't care what's going on personally. They want to win, and if you're good enough.
And even they I feel like that's not like controversy. Like prime example, they took Shaquem Griffin. Shaquem Griffin, by all means, he was great in college, but he had we all know he got one arm. See, nobody was gonna take him in the draft. Seahawks took him.
You definitely make a good point because the Seahawks. Did you say Michael Kendricks?
No, I said
Kendricks.
number one.
Michael Kendrick, he's going to jail supposed to be for like 20 years, and the Seahawks said you gonna play until they sentence you, bro. And he been playing all last year, and he really is out on bail. He was doing the insider trading.
Right.
So what about this? Wasn't it a dude in the NFL that got banned for betting on games or something?
It probably was him after the fact, after they came out.
So I just feel like
did he release?
That should be
so I just feel like the Seahawks, that's just a perfect organization for him at this point. Like they don't care what it is. If you're good enough to help them win in their aspect, then they, by all means, hey, let's hit the field.
I don't know.
I think they're going to play difficult me to answer. We're going to wait to see what the NFL comes out. They'll probably play like half the season and then they'll come down.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to Baker, but I definitely know. I mean, I know DeAndre Baker, he'll have a career. He only played 1 year, 22, high
He's
potential.
young, so I
don't know what's going to happen to him, though.
Well, I think Quentin Dunbar, I think he might get released because he got like 5-6 years under his belt. And he hasn't really, I mean, he's good, but I feel like he's been underachieving a bit.
But Dunbar wasn't the one that pulled the gun out, right? Baker was.
Yeah, Baker was. Dunbar was just accessory pretty much.
You know what make me like this whole thing? Make it understand. I don't it's wrong regardless. But Byron Jones, the Dolphins cornerback now, he tweeted. He was like, "Rookies, save your money because half of your contract go to He said, if you're making $1 million, $500K go to taxes, agent fees, insurance that you need.
Right. He's right, and a lot of them don't know that.
The other half is not even guaranteed. So this could be a whole. I don't know if the NFL getting paid during the quarantine or whatever, but for Baker, this could be like a survival thing. You don't know like what his finances look like. If he went and got a house, he went and
we all not robbing either.
No. But what I mean is like, you know, you expecting to make millions of dollars. You go get you $1 million mansion, then you have no check for the next 2 months. Then it's like
right. It's similar to like the rappers when they sign a contract. It's really no upfront money. And all that stuff going to lawyers and agents and everybody else.
But that may not be the case. It's just me. Like, I will understand if, like, that's the reason. Like, I will understand the situation more if that's the reason that happened.
Yeah, he got the opportunity to make it, even if his
that's
money,
true.
Wasn't like beyond his means. You could play in the game tip.
And I feel like any of these like NFL, NBA players, even if you don't got a lot of money, like these players will let you like stay in their crib for a while. Like it happens all the time. Like
yeah, like Carmelo and the Chinese kid.
Yeah, like Jeremy Lin and all. Like these players will let you stay in your crib for a while.
Shumpert said it the best. He was like, the year he got drafted with the NBA lockout, Jared Jack told him, "Hey rookie, don't spend no money. Just come over to my house, and everything's on me. Just pocket whatever you have, keep it, and then don't take no bribes, don't do nothing stupid, keep your head low, and just come right to my place and you'll survive."
Besides finance, I never really understand why like these athletes be even doing dumb stuff like that. Like,
because you trying to still stay cool and stay down in the hood, but they gotta realize the hood don't love you, man. The hood love what you can do, what you can do for them. They gotta, grow up and realize that the hood always gonna be the hood, man. You know, I'm not saying just don't look back and don't give money to your hood or whatever. What I'm saying is, you gotta make better decisions. You can't hang with some of the people sometime, and then what happens is they start. Oh, you think you all that? You think you this? You think you that? But guess what? If my agent tell me I can't hang with this dude, my team says I can't hang with this dude, I'm not hanging with that dude. It's no love lost on my end, but I'm going to explain to them, listen, they don't want me hanging with you, I'll do the best I can when I can see you, but I'm not going to go out there and do nothing stupid because, like Reese said, this is a privilege to be in the NFL. This ain't something that everybody gets done. Everybody don't make it.
That's a fact. You know what else this brings to mind? It brings to mind coaching. Remember when Tom Coughlin was running the team? It was bad, but we never seen this from the Giants. At least that besides Flexible Burst, I never really seen this from the Giants. Like when Tom Coughlin was there. He may not have won all the time, but I guess that
he don't tolerate no nonsense.
And coaching and stuff, like you played the whole NFL season. You still doing dumb stuff. A lot of that, not a lot, but some of it probably have to do with coaching. So it's like when you get that a coach you may not respect or may not be as established,
right. You feel like he can't say nothing to you.
Yeah,
I'm nice. They need me. They don't need you.
A lot of people doing like when Tom Coughlin was there. This whole thing with Baker, I don't think that would have ever happened. Who's the Washington coach? What's that dude name?
Rivera.
Yeah, before like if Rivera was there before when Dunbar was there, you probably would have never seen this. It's like these players that be getting in trouble, you never really see it from these teams with established coaches. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping Mike McCarthy, like even now, like the Cowboys really haven't even gotten in trouble this offseason yet. You know what I'm saying?
They've been locked in the house.
That's true too. That's true. But like somebody like Mike McCarthy, like I'm hoping he changed that pattern with us too.
But that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get. And then the players.
With us more, let's switch the topics.
He went to get something out of his car. He said he wanted to talk about the Colts and
Titans.
Yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think Phil Rivers gonna do on the Colts?
I think the Colts win the division.
I think he gonna kill over there as long as he got a line to protect him.
What their division look like? They got who in their division? The Colts and who else?
Titans, Jags.
Oh, you think they win it over the Titans?
Yeah, I think so.
Titans is gonna be one of them teams that sneak in the game. Ain't gonna be no team that dominates all year.
The Titans won a division last year?
Yeah.
I think the Titans. I hope they
Texans make playoffs.
Yeah, they beat the.
Oh, they lost to the Bills, right, in the playoffs.
Beat the Bills in the wild card. They came back and beat the Bills, and they lost to the.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Oh yeah, they did. I do remember that.
I think the Titans. Hopefully, they can rekindle some of that luck they had. But I just look at teams a little differently when you know this man carried your team, but yet you go and sign your quarterback. I know you need a quarterback. He's the leader of the team. But he wasn't the one that carried us. And then you don't even sign the running back, the man who carried you the whole time?
Right. The crazy part about it, I don't even know how that happened. Like, even though Derrick Henry, it's still up in the air if he really worth that contract. I mean, he went crazy last year, but I'm still kind of on the edge. Like, I think he deserves money, but I wonder what kind of contract he's looking for.
What he getting now? What he getting now? $16 million, right?
Yeah, I know the highest paid running back is at like what, 16, 17?
Something like that. But you know what? I know these guys put their bodies on the line every night, but I still think they got to get more of their upfront money guaranteed because they all make too much money, and then the only people that suffer is the fans.
That's why a lot of free agents, a lot of rookies now, they don't sign right away. Joey Bosa was the first person, I believe, took the stand where he said he's not playing until he get more guaranteed money up front. And I believe he sat out 4 games, 8 games. I'm not sure what it was. His rookie, his first 4 or 8 games, and he was trying to set the precedent. So I guess we see now why rookies don't really sign their first deal. They wait a little while.
Because think about these rookie contracts. They're horrible. There's no money being made. And like, look at Dak. Look, Dak is still under his rookie contract, and now he done, I wouldn't say carried the team, but he has managed the team, and he has nothing to show for it because now they don't want to pay the man. Even though he did turn down the $33 million and he wanted 36 or something like that, but
he ain't worth that. I'm gonna tell you that now. He not worth
Yo,
that.
Herb, be careful, Herb. Be careful, bro. Be careful, bro.
I noticed a little off topic, but Emmanuel Sanders just went to bat for Antonio Brown. He said his boy should be in the league, depending on a situation.
Depending on psych evaluation.
He's like, depending if the right team want him. And he said if anybody is looking for a receiver, he already spoke with AB. He said AB isn't going to be the same AB as he was.
You know, something gotta be wrong when you was the best receiver in the league for years and nobody wants you. Something has to be said about that. Like, something is wrong there. When you was the best in the league and now nobody want you, it was a problem somewhere, and it has to be more than what we know. Because even like you said, there's teams that would take chances on problem people.
But it's about if I sign AB, I'm putting things in the contract that would automatically go into the contract. I would put so much stuff in the contract that it's like either you accept it or you don't. But it's not up to AB, it's up to Roger Goodell. He's still on the list. They still have clearance.
He's still on what?
He's still on the list. He might still got to be suspended.
And the thing about it, I don't think they will ever clear him until he's actually signed. That hurts him the most. Because even Alden Smith, he's been out the league 4 years in a row, and he wasn't cleared that whole time.
But you know what? You know what I like, and I know a lot of people may say he was a waste, but I thought he did take little moves by little moves, and that's Josh Gordon. I thought that... Right,
but you see, he's sick. He got the problem. He can't help himself.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But he had went to try to get help. AB just... sending out apologies to people that he disrespected. And I think the thing is, he wanted to go to the Bucks. I know we're not so, but whatever. He wanted to go to the Bucks, and play with them. He probably want to go to any team at this point. Excuse me. But at the same time,
very likely
if I'm the GM,
even if they don't get
it. Oh, Josh Gordon, a free agent too.
We're not going to social media. We're not doing that. And a lot of people say, well, bring him to Baltimore because his cousin there, he won't act like that. My fear is that Hollywood Brown may grow out to be an AB. I hope not. But Hollywood is very. See, I don't know. Lamar, I don't know. But I just at first I was Team AB. I just don't know if I want that energy on my team. I mean, because John Harbaugh, for my coach, John Harbaugh isn't really. He's not going back. He would say he's more mighty. I don't know if you remember a player we had on our team, Bernard Pollard. Like Bernard Pollard was, I loved him as a player, but he had a lot of bounce. How many coaches, whether it's the Raiders or the Raiders, whether it's the Lions, those teams like that, would they take a risk on AB? And I'm just not sure that they would. I mean, if I'm the Panthers, Teddy Bridge, I don't know. I wouldn't take. I don't know a team that I would want to take AB at this point. But with the age that he is right now, you don't really have a lot of time.
He's done.
Yeah, at his age, that's the thing. It was just like a similar situation with Randy Moss, and the Patriots took a chance on him. He did good, but when you know Father Time kick in, what you gonna do? You know?
Right. You know who being Father Time right now?
Who?
That boy Frank Gore.
Definitely is. Definitely is.
Is he really getting it though, or he just holding on for dear life? No, Frank Gore had another 1,000-yard season, Reese.
And he got another contract.
Not last year, but the year before, right? I don't remember last year.
I'm here.
Yeah, Frank Gore had 1,000 yards the season before, bro, with the Dolphins.
I'm here. What's up?
I have a question. So
I'm looking at this. Oh no, it's been 3 years ago.
Ed said AB to Seattle.
It went shocking.
But here's my question. So these football players, they make millions of dollars. I know a lot of people say they'll never make millions. In fact, a lot of people say they'll. My question is,
it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another
my
one.
My question is it fair that the NFL stops providing insurance to these players?
And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
Now, granted, they didn't make millions.
Special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6.
But is that fair? NFL
someone's going to be happy with that effort.
Yeah, they need medical insurance for the NFL.
He's created a very long field.
They know what they got to do every year or every season. Plus, the NFL making $68 billion a year. You know.
So, but I'm saying, for every player that plays in the NFL,
they need lifetime insurance.
Yeah.
But do you know how much money that would be?
Yep. And the reason I say that, these guys are putting their lives, literally, their lives on the line. If they get hit the wrong way one time, they could be paralyzed for the rest of their life.
Look at Shea Gill, you know?
Exactly.
Now, I think the Steelers will do that first. I think the Steelers. In fact, we was all in the chat when that happened. You know, I made my little joke, but obviously, my heart really was out to Shazier. But I just think that that's a lot of money, and I know y'all said the NFL make billions and billions. I agree. But I mean, that's just a long-term agreement.
Let me ask you a question, Kyle. If you work, let me ask you a question. Let's say you're a Baltimore police officer, right? And you retire at 62, right? Well, most police officers, they actually can retire at 55. So you retire at 55. Should they take away the Baltimore police officers' medical insurance at 65?
No, here's my question. So, say if I go in the NFL, I play for 1 year. I'm done. Nobody else picks me up. Do you feel like the NFL is responsible for my life insurance?
No, that's something different. That's something different.
What happens a lot of times, and I agree with Irv. Now, I agree with this. If an NFL injury is the reason that you can't play football anymore. In fact, there was a player, I can't think of his name, he was on the Broncos, he was a running back, and they said that he would have been one of the best running backs, and he not been in there, and I cannot think of his name.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't get his name.
Yeah, he was, I always watched a documentary about him. Spivey said,
the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
And he could put his 20 in, but it's an age requirement when you work for the city.
Okay, so do you think that the NFL, because what happens a lot of times with these players, they get $3 million and they go broke. Now, Marshawn Lynch, for example, he said he never touched it, but now I'm starting to hear that you can sign for $120 million. You might only see $60 million of that.
Right, because a lot of that got to go to your agent. It got to go to different things, insurance. What upfront money is guaranteed? That's what needs to be changed. Their upfront money need to be guaranteed.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what I was trying to get Ben about. Like, what about not only Dak, but all these other quarterbacks? We about to talk about the Jaguars and the Redskins, but what about those type of things? So I'll just keep that in mind. But I do want to move on to the Redskins. I want to know whether or not people feel like Dwayne Haskins deserves a shot. Now, here's my personal opinion.
To make it 2nd and 9.
I felt like watching Dwayne Haskins last year. The offensive line did not like him at all. They did not like him at all. As soon as he hiked the ball, he gets sacked. He made a few good passes, but he wasn't ready. He was throwing too fire that he shouldn't have been throwing. But it seems like a lot of Redskins fans don't want him as their quarterback. They don't want him as they don't want him even on the Skins roster. In fact, people want a whole entire different quarterback. Now, I'm going to go and see who did they sign this year. But do you think that it's fair that that the Redskins just move on from Haskins? He's a first-round pick, right? I believe so. So do you just move on from Haskins after?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Nah, I think
I don't believe so.
You gotta give him a chance, man. I mean, I don't know what the locker room is like. If the locker room can be fixed, it should be fixed. Like I said, they got a new team now. I mean, a new coach. So ultimately, they got a respectable coach too. So they have someone who's gonna be able to run a locker room efficiently. It's just you gotta. If it can be fixed, it should be fixed. He just got picked. He deserves some time in the game.
So Ben, now to go to after the season, RG3 made a comment to Dwayne Haskins and said, "I've been there. Get out while you can." And this was referring to what Kai just said about the O-line. RG3 was telling them they don't block they don't block purposely. So I don't think it's the roster. I think it's just the way. I think it's just the culture around there. Like,
it could go back to staffing, like Ben said. It got to be the culture.
RG3 was telling him. He was like, listen, I've been in that same situation. Get out while you can.
And I had problems. RG3 came in with 11.
They can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I wasn't the best.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
So, Reese, what was you saying, Reese? I heard you in the background, but I didn't.
I'm just saying, they don't feel that's the quarterback for them. And as we've seen with Rosen, you've seen the Cardinals do with Rosen. They got a new coach, new staff. He didn't feel like that quarterback could fit his scheme. He shipped him out. Now, Rivera don't feel like Haskins won't work. Especially all the reports that came saying that the kid doesn't know how to read a defense. How do you go through college and get the pros not being able to read a defense? That tells me he got a lot.
No, but Reese, that's not the case. I don't think that's the case because even Andy Reid just told him Patrick Mahomes just learned how to read defense before the Niners game.
I was gonna say,
and he made a lot of plays with his feet with that line not blocking though.
So like, I feel like a lot of quarterbacks now coming in, they don't have the natural smarts that the back then quarterbacks had. Everything is based on raw talent, right? I feel like a lot of quarterbacks is more towards. But again, that goes back to coach. I feel like not taking a shot at Brady or Rodgers. A lot of quarterbacks are more like Rodgers and not Brady. Brady studies the game front to back, to where Rodgers is a great quarterback, but he's not as smart as Brady. He don't like. Rodgers rely on pure more talent than what Brady rely on. Right? I know I don't have much. I'm gonna just outsmart people and how to beat them rather than just using talent. If that makes sense.
I don't think you could say Aaron Rodgers is not smart.
I'm not saying he's not smart. Don't get me wrong. Rodgers is smart, but I just feel like a lot of quarterbacks rely on straight talent, and that's what a lot of quarterbacks. Matter of fact, time like this, a lot of quarterbacks don't have fundamentals now. They don't have the raw fundamentals.
Right. That they have to because let me explain something to y'all. You gotta remember, years ago it was. Let me sit behind this, let me draft this player. He's going to sit behind him for like 3-4 seasons. Now it's come in and I want to win. That's how these coaches these teams are looking at it now.
Like, look at all of, like, if you recently look at all the recent first-round pick quarterbacks, all of them straight have raw talent.
Right. He said Skins, I'm sorry, you cut you off. Spidey said Skins traded for Kyle Allen and Rivera Love.
Like a lot of people, like, prime example, when the Packers drafted Love, they said, Matt LaFleur said he feels like Love is a Patrick Mahomes. So, like, people are looking to get raw talent that's just better than everything else. Like, I believe the last 10 quarterbacks that were drafted, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, RG3, Jameis Winston, Mariota, even down to Manziel, Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson, none of those quarterbacks are pocket-bound quarterbacks. Maybe one, which is Andrew Luck, predominantly. But the rest of them are straight raw talent, outside throwers that can escape the pocket and get the play done. But then you get the one that you get Andrew Luck, who could do both, and look how great he was. He, in my opinion, better than every quarterback I just named, besides Patrick Mahomes.
Can I ask this? And I'm not saying RG3 is wrong, but was RG3 career derailed from that offensive line or that injury that he took?
It could be both. I'm not sure. It could be both.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, for him, my opinion is a little bit different. For him, I just think when you I thought Haskins made some good throws, but I forgot Kyle Allen. Well, I didn't forget. I just didn't know they traded for. The Skins traded for him.
It's a money game. It's a money game also because, like, you look at the Bucks. They signed Brady, right? But they didn't want to sign a quarterback in offseason like Cam or these any other of the free agents because they were going to want too much money to be backup. So what they did, they went out and waited until the draft was over, and they had a couple of quarterbacks on their board, what teams call projects, that they're good, they're very talented, but they know it's going to take time to build them. So they're hoping that Tom Brady could stick around like 2 years so they can groom this quarterback like we do in Madden. These coaches are so cheap. Not coaches, these team owners are so cheap. They don't want to pay these kids. And these kids ain't strong like the regular NFL players. So they go out there and they get hurt. And this is another reason why they need that insurance, like I was saying, because they don't know. They're just looking to make a buck and better themselves. But the NFL owners are taking advantage of things like this.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. So Sleazy said the coach killed RG3, forced him in that playoff game.
I believe it because. They don't even, till this day, Shanahan and RG3 don't even talk. Till this day.
But I mean, they blame it all on like the coach and everything. But RG3 was a pure runner. He got himself into a lot of bad situations himself too. He was, and that's me. I got to watch RG3 a lot. RG3 was out the pocket, and it could be the line or whatever the case, but he was a pure runner. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he did. He ran the ball. So a lot of the stuff, like you can't when they build, like they built the team, they built the playbook around RG. Because remember, the option was irrelevant until he came into the league. Right. He came into the league. That's when the option became relevant. So you gotta, they also the reason he probably thrived as well, because without that option, who knows what RG3 would have been either. Like anyway. So I think they kinda helped his career as well, but it's just unfortunate that he took that one hit. I mean, but that's the price you pay when that's how your game is.
That's why they signed RG3 as a backup to Lamar, to show him what, like, to not make the same mistakes he made. I don't know if they...
Lamar's been very messy too. I hope this year that he's very much smarter, but I'm not sure what team Spivey was going at, but Spivey said once you pay the quarterback, it's hard to fill out the rest of the team. You have to be a great QB to get a max deal.
Wait, Reese, you there?
Lower tier talent. And when I don't know where Reese is. So obviously when Gywu and Irv they were growing up with running games and strong defense. And so this next team, the Tennessee Titans, are starting to take a page out of the old school type play. Derrick Henry in the backfield, strong running game, a good enough passing game to just get that first down or whatever it may be. But they have a top tier, they have a very, very good defense. However, people say the Chiefs will forever run the AFC for a while, just due to the fact that they have a powerful offense. They got Mahomes and they got a pass game. Do you think that the Titans are able to? Sleazy said the Titans were a fluke. They're 6-10 this year. Me personally, I feel like the Titans can get further than. I know a lot of people say Tannehill.
Their division is easy. I feel like they can easily sneak in the playoffs with that division. Jaguars is off the radar now. The Texans may take a step back. And
I heard the Colts have a good offensive line.
That's to be the only team competing, and they got a great system. So that's why I said they can sneak in the playoffs easy.
Phillip Rivers still not the answer. If he ain't got it done by this time, he ain't finna start out.
But Phillip Rivers has never. But the thing, Phillip Rivers never had what he had now, which is the offensive line.
Yeah, he never had that.
He has but talking about Phillip Rivers, he has a weird throwing angle. That guy has the weirdest throwing angle I've ever seen. I don't know what he does, but he's like it's just a flip. And he lets it go.
Rivers is old, but Rivers got game. He's not done. He's not done. He just needed to change the scenery.
So, question. Is Phillip Rivers, and it might be a far, I know a lot of people might say no. Would you send Phillip Rivers to the Hall of Fame?
No.
I want to send him to the Hall of Fame, but you gotta think, man. Eli Manning is going to the Hall of Fame because of rings, and their career stat-wise is probably the same or close.
Sleazy said no.
So I want Rivers in the Hall of Fame, though, but I don't think so either.
I don't think he would go.
Really? I always thought he was compared to Dan Marino. I thought that's what people compare.
Like, he just ain't won enough. He ain't won enough. The big game.
But if you look at Phillip Rivers' career, his touchdown to interception ratio is 2. So like, it's a tough call. Like he's giving you 10 plus 4,000 yard seasons, 3 plus 4,500 yard seasons, and a 2-point ratio.
One accomplishment that he has.
The knock on Phillip is going to be.
I think he threw for 5,000 yards a few times.
Yeah, and now he said name one accomplishment. Now, Steezy, I'm not gonna contradict what you're saying, but you gotta. Eli Manning. If Eli Manning didn't have those 2 rings, why is he going to the Hall of Fame?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So now my thing is, if he's going to the Hall of Fame for that, why can't Rivers go to the Hall of Fame just for stats alone? His quarterbacks was done it before.
No.
Because it's a different era. It's a different era. They definitely won't put him in because he's like playoffs. They're saying like he chokes in the playoffs, but
can we talk about? I mean, Phillip Rivers. I ain't gonna lie. I know everybody wants that quarterback to talk trash the way that guy does. He really does. He ain't scared. No, I hope he does well this year. Though he's in the AFC. But people say the Colts have a good team. They say the Colts have a good offensive line. Do have run game.
Well, it's like not the start of John, but a fun fact. Phillip Rivers' stats actually mirror Big Ben's. And not to mention, Phillip Rivers got 3,000
Wait, say that again, what you said about Big Ben?
Phillip Rivers' stats mirror Big Ben, but Rivers got more throwing touchdowns.
It's going to come down to the Super Bowls. That's what it's going to come down to.
That's what I was saying, they got the same pretty much stats. So I don't think, and not even to mention Big Ben didn't play last season, but Phillip Rivers didn't play his first 2 years in his career. So,
But I mean, may I ask, Eli, Phillip, and Ben came out the same class, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, those classes, obviously, we would look at it and say Phillip and Ben are the better two quarterbacks. But somehow, Eli and Ben will be the only one to get them. But I understand what Gywu is saying. Nowadays, that ring is what really sends you in. But Sleazy said Ben also missed way more games
because of injury.
But that make you also a better player too. If your durability better, then that makes you a better, not a better player, but that helps your case of being a better player.
I think first of all, I think Phillip got slighted from when he got drafted. Because he didn't ask to be the quarterback of the Chargers. It was because the Manning family said they didn't want him. And that's why he went over there to the Chargers and they traded. They traded Eli because the Manning family said Eli was not playing for the Chargers. No way, no how. So that's how...
the Manning family said that?
Yes. So this is how, because Eli got drafted by the Chargers and Phillip got drafted by the Giants.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Drew Brees get traded for Phillip Rivers? If I'm not mistaken, or
it's something of that. It's something like that.
It's Fuller. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Please said nobody but Manning and Elway get to choose. Spivey said Eli's top 10 in passing yards and stuff, ain't he?
But look at his interception to touchdown ratio. What is it, 50-50?
The last game we had 50-50. No, that was his win-loss ratio. That was his win-loss ratio, if I'm not mistaken.
I just think Phillip Rivers, I think this is his last year personally, but I think Phillip was done with the Chargers. You can just tell by...
Nah, I think he gave up on the team. That's what I think. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But I just think he needs...
No way. I can't see that. I can't see Phillip Rivers doing that.
Let me tell you, Phillip Rivers is a gamer, man. I asked Ben, I was like, I hope that the Bucs get Phillip Rivers before they got Tom Brady. Phillip Rivers is a baller, man. He just needs that team.
Sleazy said it was Rivers for Manning in the 4th.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Breeze was there, Rivers rookie year. Okay, well, we know who win the trivia.
I was just thinking, I'm telling you, Sleazy might come out here and just say, I got Madden free.
He's been decisive. All jokes aside, so I guess I know Ben's in a big playoff game right now, so we're going to get to the 18s very soon, I promise. But we talked about the Lions, we talked about the Colts, we talked about the Titans.
His lineman is 10 yards down the field. Dang, my bad, y'all.
Hey, Ben.
Yo.
You have your team listed up, or do you want to finish your playoff?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, you released 2.
What divisions we up to? Are we up to the last divisions?
We should be. We didn't do. I'll tell you the divisions right now.
I know we didn't do the AFC South.
Okay.
So the first team in the AFC South, Pharaoh, the Texans.
I think it's Watson.
Yeah.
So we already did the NFC South, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all want me to release more or just one team?
We didn't do the NFC West, right?
We didn't do the Seahawks. No, we did because we know that Phil had the Niners.
Right, but we never knew.
We know that D had. Oh, we didn't. I'm sorry about that. We didn't. The Redskins, and he was like, no,
yeah,
we didn't do the NFC. No, the NFC South is Gywu division. We didn't do the NFC West.
South.
Yeah, we didn't do the NFC West.
The NFC West too, I think.
Because we don't know who got the Rams.
We don't know who got the Rams or the
or the Seahawks. We didn't get those teams out yet.
Alright, so yeah, we could do AFC South to NFC West. That's cool.
Okay, so AFC South and NFC West. Okay, so who is the Seahawks?
Seahawks is Herb.
Herb got that Russell Wilson magic. He got that Russell Wilson magic.
Who got the Seahawks? Well, there goes Metcalf.
Yo, Herb, I'm putting my bids in right now. Whoever you don't want, sit on the Tampa. I need a quarterback. Come get Tom Brady, man. Come get Tom Brady, man.
Yo, you gotta escape artist quarterback. You can run the ball every single play. Every play.
Well, somebody should have told D-Mac that.
Oh.
IJS.
Well, talking about D-Mac, and I'm sure Sleeves will get on his podcast since he's coming in, so I know he's tuning in. But D-Mac got 63 old today.
What?
I've seen that, and I came in the chat and put D-Mac. What in the world? But I forgot that it's D-Mac. I forgot you had to realize it was D-Mac.
63-0. Like
should have just took the 7. The team would have had a better chance then.
Yeah. He only threw one interception.
But no further than that. A timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Literally 6 completions from 18 passes. So
wait, he really had Sleazy scored 63 on him?
No, Dad scored 63 on him.
Ran up the score. Can I tell you this? I was watching the game. When y'all don't stream, it's okay because you and my friends.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something before you finish that comment, Kyle. That running up the score, I agree with it. Because when people play me and they think I keep the score close, when they score a touchdown, they be trying to run up the score when I'm losing. I agree with it. Bury them. Ain't no little kids in here. You play Madden to win. You don't play Madden to talk about I gave up. I didn't care if he scored no more.
Wow.
I was tight.
G.Y. sending subs at Reese. Kyle, you seen that? You heard me. You heard him.
I ain't send no subs at Reese. I'm speaking. I never heard that, but if that's what he do, ain't no love, Lord. You come on, we play Madden to win.
Well, I just had to bring up D-Mac, man.
Run the ball. If you think your opponent's run the score, run the ball and run that clock down like Fox do.
We do need somebody on the docket though.
Who's that?
Which is Ben. And let me tell you why. Ben done stole a thinking process that I've come to terms with. His thinking process is I can't run up the score if I'm running the ball. But at the same token, Ben has Saquon Barkley averaging 250 yards, averaging over 250 yards a game, still running the ball. So
I will say this, and Ben, we love you here at 332 Podcast. D-Mac, that was the worst trade you could have ever.
No, I honestly like that trade. I like it because
you might like it, but it is literally you're giving the devil.
No, but that's the thing. I like the trade because if you've noticed, commissioners of their own league can't use the best players in the game. So like, I feel like it's about right. Like, you would never see Ben take Lamar. You would never see Ike and Phil take Lamar and Pat Mahomes in their own league. So I feel like it's only right that I feel like it's
Did you just say Ike and Phil don't take like Lamar? No, get out. Have you seen their teams lately?
But they traded. They don't start the game off with Lamar or Pat Mahomes.
I think the thing is when Ben took just so people know, because when people say things around, but we were here when Ben got Saquon, and we warned D-Mac that it was going to be his cap, whatever. But I think Ben had gave him the star players. Like, it was a fair trade. It was just the fact that
I'm giving up like 35 points a game now without my players. I'm not even gonna lie. One of the receivers just went off for 355 against me.
And like a weird thing is, like, look how happy it made like JD when he got Lamar. Like, people need that time to get the best players so they can enjoy the game too. Like, people was like, I'm not gonna say they're hogging players, but if people don't be wanting any player, they just don't want the other person, the next man, to have fun with a player.
I think D-Mac was getting to the point where he wanted to trade Lamar Jackson because he allowed people to get to him and annoy him about not trading those players with him losing. And so next year, I think he's the Jets. I think so.
It was used as a 12th defender.
And I don't think D-Mac will ever get better. I don't know. Like, I feel like
wait, shots fired!
No, I just think that if he was as good at, you know, if he spent more time playing Madden and wasn't talking trash in the chat, I think he would be
shots fired again!
Choose your words, Ty, because you sending subliminals left and right.
He's sending them. He's sending them.
I think D-Mac is a really good user. Really good user. He will keep Screw running.
I would expect to see some pressure.
He's like E. He reminds me a lot of E. But talking about D-Mac, I believe Ben.
Nah, you know what? Listen. D-Mac come at me a lot, but y'all not gonna do that. I think D-Mac is better than E. I'm sorry. I don't think.
Agree with that.
He is slept on. He is miles ahead of D-Mac.
I don't know about that.
He is light years ahead of D-Mac. He is pretty good.
He took me to overtime.
Well, you're a bum. What do you expect?
He is pretty good.
You got one more time.
You a bum. I said it.
You put me out the last 3 podcasts.
D-Mac, I wanted to say this before we get.
Well, D-Mac, I tried. I was lying, but I tried, D-Mac. I know he is better than you, but I tried.
We're gonna send him a PSN card his way for next Madden.
Hey, D-Mac, the winner of the next Madden, free copy.
He has really recruited and
we want Nook back.
Yeah, we do.
We want Nook back. Ben, that's your boy. We want Nook back.
Prescott cute. That's his famous comment from Nook coming back. But no, all jokes aside, D-Mac has. Shout out to the players that can really take the loss.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football.
Shout out to the players that can take the losses and still stay in the league. And D-Mac has taken 70-point blowouts, 60-point, 50-point.
63.
Yeah, he's the face of
blowouts. He's been in blowouts every week.
Wait, I do got a question. Somebody DM'd me earlier in the week. I'm not gonna put out names, but we all know and love him. He just don't want to get messy. They put in my DM and said, how can people talk when people get blown out every time? He asked me and said, who do you think gets blown out? Who got blown out the worst? And he put Reese, he put D-Mac, he put Phil, and he put E. I didn't answer it, but I don't know.
Let me discuss Reese, and I'll discuss Reese while he's here. Now, Reese might be asleep, but I think that Reese, going into this Madden, mid-season Madden, I thought Reese was a top 5. On my list, he has dropped, to be fair.
Let's go, man.
But he dropped a little bit on my list. Now, I don't know about y'all list, but he dropped a little bit on my list. Because I see the critique that y'all give certain users when they miss the playoffs. But when it's Reese, there seems like to be a little bit of excuse. And I just personally feel like he's still top 10. But even JD fell. And so my top 5 right now is obviously I don't. But anyway,
No.
You're good to pass. You're good. Continue. Carry on what you're saying. Carry on.
No.
But no, Gywu, and we talked about this earlier in the year where we feel like certain users get passes when they miss the playoffs. But to be an elite of the elite, you would do elite things. And I just feel like when Ben and JD were in a division, Reese was really, really fighting. I mean, he was fighting, but it wasn't good enough. And so now
that's put in the chat. That's put in the chat. It said you took 6 seasons to build the Jags. So I don't really know how. I really wasn't diving in. You know, I just finished that everything. I just always
But I mean, the Jaguars was never. Were they a bad team?
If I had to, they're not a bad team, but they're not a good or a bad team.
I mean, they front seven is loaded. They front seven was loaded. They probably got the best front seven, but I don't know.
As an elite user, would you expect him to have took them to the next level?
I mean, they come with already. You got Chark, you got Miles Jack in them back there. So like, I feel like at worst, like in that division, 10-6, 9-7. So, but the fact that he was winning like 2 to 4 games, it kind of stings. So it just sucks. But to answer that guy's question, person who gets blown out the worst, I have to put it in Matt, obviously.
I mean D-Mac, but I think D-Mac is better than E. I do. Now I can understand why y'all would say probably no, but that's just my opinion. But
I'm thinking people are saying like, how can people get blown out by 80 to 90 points? You know what I mean? I think that's why he asked me with Reese. Because Reese, when Fox posted the picture 94-12, that was 2 Maddens ago. That had nothing to do with this Madden. But the fact that that's what he did, it makes it look like wow. And then not to help the case that Dez, I think what was it, 64 or 80 to like something. I don't know what the score not play the game. I didn't really watch it. So I think that didn't help the case. So like I think that's why like people are like starting to get to like not get to Reese but like talk about it, because Reese has actually is now catching up to him. Like he's missing playoffs. When Ben and JD was in his division, he was, as you said, he was like fighting but it wasn't good enough, and then JD start like beating him like consistently. Yeah. So I just feel like things is finally just catching up to him. Like they're just catching. That's the best way to put it. So I don't know.
That'll be something that I think we'll keep an eye on next Madden. He has a tough division. I can't wait to see him in Fox. That's all I keep worrying about is that rivalry. But as far as that, we've been on here for hours. I know people are tending to listen to their teams. Ben is in a playoff game right now, but when he gets a chance,
I'm ready, man. Crew before everything. These playoff teams mean nothing. Playoff game mean nothing, bro.
Release the rest of the team.
All right, right after this play.
Gonna end with the weekly picks.
Right after this play.
I could do one. to help Ben out.
Right after this play, let's go, man. I got it.
You got it. My bad, Captain.
Got it. So what team y'all want to hit next?
Hey, let's go. I mean,
so the AFC South, the Jags is Ben.
Y'all finally get a Ben and Farrell division.
Y'all know me. I try to take the last team available. So I'm that team.
That makes me curious. Who I need to know who the Pats are then.
The Pats. What you mean?
Because it seems like nobody wants the Pats.
Wait a minute, somebody in your division left GY. The Houston Texans. The Texans left. I think he was I don't know what team he was.
Tell you something. He was gonna leave anyway once he played me, man.
Who's the next one? Who's the next one? Whatever team.
NFC West, Niners is Phil. The Cardinals is D.
He get his favorite team again.
Yeah, he get his favorite team. Y'all want me to keep going?
Oh, wait a minute. Go ahead. I'm catching up. Go ahead.
Who I'm missing from the NFC West?
The
Rams.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the
Rams. All right, hold on. Let me finish giving him this word. Let's go. The Rams and Jamari. And of course, that's pending. You know, if he. You know what I found funny though? A lot of people did not want the Rams. A lot of people didn't want the Rams.
I mean, they stuck in cap hell with a terrible quarterback. You can have that.
Who's their quarterback?
Jared Goff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep going.
He's not that bad.
Go ahead.
The Titans is Jimmy. I'm happy I was able to give him his team. He did just ask for the Titans, so that's the Titans.
The Raven offense.
The coach we don't have a coach user, but that's interesting. Kai just said the Texans user left, which he did. I mean the Panthers user. He was the Panthers. I don't have a team from him, but I don't know who I didn't give a team to. So that's what I'm in a bind right now. I don't know.
Is it that new Raiders user?
I don't know if the
Oh yeah, the new Raiders user. I forgot about him. So right now we got the Colts and the Cowboys user. He got the Broncos.
Okay.
I don't know if I released him already, but he got the Broncos.
Women, we did not do the AFC West.
Oh, my bad. So we want to do it now?
Nah, didn't we do it? Cause we did. We was about to, and then yeah, right. You guys are right.
Okay, so who's the Broncos?
Broncos is the Cowboys are now. I think his name is Isaac.
Okay.
Tad has his Chiefs.
I done gave this man. You done gave this man the homeboy.
Tad has his Chiefs. The Raiders is Chris. Chris asked for the Raiders too, so that was good. The Raiders is Chris and
Chargers.
Chris asked for the Raiders?
Yeah, Chargers is Yuri. Well, Chris asked for any team available.
And you done gave this man my homeboy. Oh Jesus.
Okay, so
who I'm missing?
The temptation to go for it probably always is, especially
Raiders.
in overtime. Gotta punt it though.
I think you're right. I think that you
So
absolutely.
you got
who I'm missing? That's everybody.
Knock them all out. You got the Rams. You did the West. You did the South. You did the North. You did the East.
that's it. And so
Did
next
the West.
podcast,
That's another way to get it done.
next podcast would definitely.
No, you didn't do them all. I'm sorry.
You
You didn't do the East yet. And that's because remember, it's so
did the
much.
East.
No, remember you said you had to redo it because we don't got a patch user. You
Nah,
changed
we
the
did the
Dolphins
East. We
user.
did the East last time.
Yeah, we did.
You
That's
sure?
right, we did.
But you said Herb had the Dolphins.
Nah, Herb didn't have the Dolphins. He said he would take them, but he don't got the Dolphins.
Okay.
Two people does not block. Are you kidding me? Come on, y'all. Come on. It's crunch time right now. I'm focused. I can do two things.
Okay, so we're gonna do week 6 picks and then we're gonna move on. First game versus Spivey versus D.
Let's go!
Spivey said he's starting to get his mojo back, but D said
17-17, 1 minute left. I'm not losing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm at
I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
17-7, 1 minute left. Come on, Ben. One stop. Come on.
Wow. Alright, Ben, you better turn your mic off and focus. So Rams versus Packers, I would assume and say we all would say D will win. D's been by far probably the MVP this Madden. Ever since he went to the Packers, he fell off. But Ben is playing in his. I'm about to post it in crew chat.
That's his blitz game?
Yeah, it's coming down to the last minute.
I still didn't even get an invite to OG, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
It's coming the game. Word up, son. Make me get upset.
So D's gonna win. I'm gonna do the picks and then we're gonna end this thing. Spivey versus D. D obviously is the most proven one. Spivey, you got a lot to prove. I hope you win this game.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was so, listen, you don't hear this often, but when I first played Spivey this season, I was so nervous going into that game because his roster is like front to bottom, front to back, loaded. Like two X Factor corners, Chase Young, Donald, like his two X Factor receivers. Anger, man, I was nervous, and G, you know what Gywu told me? Gywu told me, don't worry about Spivey. Spivey will
Stop
be Spivey.
it. Stop
so
it.
Spivey, I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that,
Stop
Spivey,
it.
because I'm keeping it 100 with you. Gywu is the one who put the battery in my back. All I'm
Stop
saying.
it.
Damn, I lost.
Wow,
he got open.
Wow.
Gywu told me since you ran from his division, he wanted me to do it.
Stop it. I was not me. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
You scared?
You know, yes, I'm scared. Yes, yes, I'm scared. You ain't put me in that. You ain't put me in that.
Okay, I
was killing my cornerback.
You ain't put me in that.
Gywu, I got Reese in here. Reese my witness.
Well, Gad, you tell Reese. Ask Reese. Ask Reese.
Reese, get in here.
Ask Reese. Because I ain't say none of that.
Reese knocked out.
Reese got to be knocked out or something.
He did a DMAC? He did a DMAC? He fell asleep?
Had to.
Oh, man, come on, man. You got 44 seconds. You got this field. Anyway, Bengals get a force over Redskins, so that's another one. Gywu plays Yuri. Yuri's one out Madden card winner.
That's going to be a good one. I want to pick Gywu for that, but Yuri a sneak pick.
Did you see the score of our last game? That's what I'm saying.
You always start in trouble.
Did you see? I just keep it 100. I keep it 100. I keep it 100. I keep it 100. That's all I do, man.
Sooner or later, you gonna take my spot as a messy person.
Yo, I keep it 100. That's all I do. I keep it 100. I say the things that people don't want to say. I keep it 100.
Okay, Ben is driving the field on his game as he just went out of bounds, so time stopping. Anyway, we're back. Free beat Jimmy 36-8.
Let me call my boy.
Phil is he said he's on to the next Madden now. Ben. Phil's on the next Madden now. Phil plays the new user, the Vikings user, who I hope stays around. But it should be a good game regardless. I'm about to give y'all a score update.
Here's Kamara off the draw.
The Browns
and be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. Now another timeout to get his stats by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here.
Third quarter, Sleazy is up. Oh no, Dez is up 27-13. So they're playing currently. Fox meets Herb. Last time Herb and Fox played, if I had to remember correctly, Herb won. And so he travels to Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh, bro. He didn't even take control. His computer did that. That bum. Bum, dog.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit, my bad.
No, you're good. That's Madden. That's Madden. So anyway, we'll see how that game turns out. Ravens and Raiders. Do not listen. Hear us calling out this free emergency broadcast. We're asking you to please take your time with Lamar and cherish him during one of your last.
Who got Lamar? Wait, who got Lamar?
D-Mac. I'm asking him to cherish Lamar. Next year you head over to the Jets. You won't have Lamar because I'm not trading him.
Just send me Sam Donald. Send me Sam Donald, D-Mac.
Yeah, D-Mac gonna be seeing a lot of those.
Days to get ready for next week.
Air Punt versus 49ers now. Is Air Punt staying next year?
As they fall to 2-9 now on the year.
Yeah, he was.
So what team is he?
Oh, I didn't give Air on the team. That's what I'm missing. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you his team right now.
Okay. Well, meanwhile,
she said any team. So
let me tell you something. That's about the only person I don't want in my division.
So I'm gonna look. I'm about to put him in GY division. GY
I
running.
do not want him in my division.
GY always running from competition. This is crazy.
I do not. I want Pharaoh. I want Pharaoh in my division.
Oh my goodness. The coach is up there. The coach, cause